Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Life with Perry Martins. My name is Perry Martins. Good evening to you. How are you doing? Today, my focus is on America, the United States of America. Now, I don't know what is going to happen when I'm done saying the things I want to say on this podcast and whether I will be I'll be given visa to go to America, to ever come to America or not. But I think someone needs to tell them. And I know, my voice is small. I'm not sure how many people are going to get to hear this podcast or, listen to it. But I have to say this. I was going through the YouTube channel of, a Nigerian, Tayo, and Tayo recently went to New York. I think it was his first time. And Tayo is a popular vlogger, does video vlogs. Let me get into a quiet area so that you guys can hear me clearly. Because you guys already know, when I make podcasts, I'm walking down the street. So now Tayo went to New York for the very first time, and he made a video and he expressed how he felt about the almighty America. In his own words, he said that he was disappointed at some of the things he saw. One was how dirty the streets of New York were. He was in Brooklyn, and he noticed that so many parts of the city was dirty, and he lamented on why, and how it really felt out of place, considering the image that is being painted about the United States. Now, the next thing he talked about is the drug problem. How there are a lot of people who are hooked on drugs roaming the streets like zombies, right? This is the second thing. The third thing was also the lack of wholesome community. Let me use that word, wholesome community. So he mentioned the fact, even the people he interviewed in the podcast talked about how people are in silos. If you don't find your tribe, if I could quote their words correctly, if you don't find your tribe, you will be lonely. Meaning, if you come into the United States, come into a city in the United States, specifically New York, and you are a new person, an immigrant or an expat or whoever you are, and then you have not been able to find like a group of people or friends that you belong to or hang out with, you are going to be very lonely, and it's going to be really difficult for you. He also mentioned about how everything was really expensive, like literally every piece and bit of things is monetized. Like you can't get anything free. According to him, everything you have to pay for it, right? And he said that one of the things that really stood out for him was how he had to pay $3 to use a washing machine to wash his clothes and $3 to dry them. And sincerely, guys, when he said that thing, I was a bit of me just said a quick thank you to the UAE and Dubai for being able to make water available everywhere. Like, if you are in the United Arab Emirates, specifically in Dubai, and you are thirsty to the point that you want to die, right? You will find water, free water, in front of somewhere that you can drink from. You find taps. You will find taps all over the city that you can just open the tap and drink free water. Nobody's going to ask you, to pay. Dubai is also a business space that a lot of money is involved and a lot of money is required for a lot of transactions. But there are some things you can get water free. You can get water free. Now, going back to America. Now, when I was watching Tayo Aina's video, I was just thinking about America, about how we all dreamt to want to go to America because we all grew up watching the great American movies and the way they painted America, painted the hood, painted the highbrow places, all the music, all the movies, everything we've heard about America. Literally, probably, maybe some years back, because right now I'm not sure, but some years back, like maybe 5-10 years backwards, people were excited to go to America, right? But right now, I don't know how much of that is a reality. I don't know how much of that is true. I know that a lot of people are still wanting to go to America by all means. But to the Americans I'm talking to and I'm saying, what is happening with your society? You have a major problem. You guys have a major problem in your hands. But it seems as if you guys, your leadership, your government, are too blind to what is happening within your communities, and you're too focused on how your grandstanding and your how am I going to put it? The image, the global image you have, you're too concerned with it, and you ignore the rot that is eating deep into your system, such that the so-called American dream, it's wanting. It's still there for some people, but from just watching Aina's video, I can see that it's a dog-eat-dog world. Everybody is scheming how they can squeeze out more money from the rest of us or the rest of the people. Let me just zero in on the drug problem. I have watched several documentaries on the drug problem and the homelessness problem in America. So many documentaries from several, reputable institutions. And just seeing it from a fellow Nigerian talk about it really, got me thinking, is it that the United States, in fact, one day, I was about to go to the website of one of the, I think it was New York, to just write the report. I mean, I'm not an American, I'm a Nigerian. I don't really, I don't have any business with America. I have a lot of friends there, surely. But I think I did. I actually went to the website of one of the states. I can't remember whether it was New York or California. I can't remember. I went to the website of one of the states and I wrote I wrote them a comment saying, "What are you guys doing? You have a drug problem. People are now. I mean, guys, Nigeria has its own issues, right? So I mean, I have talked about the Nigerian issue. This is me just, shouting out and." Screaming out to a nation that we all used to be loved. Some of us grew up wanting to be in. I mean, America for some of us was the standard for civilization, the standard for growth and development, the standard for success, the standard for, literally so many things. What is happening with you guys? Number one, the drug problem. There are several areas, sections of cities in America that is totally blocked off because of the drug pandemic. People are hooked. People are hooked to drugs, all sorts of drugs. Does it mean that the authorities in the United States don't know that they have a drug addiction problem? Or are they telling the world that it is beyond them, that they need help? Are they not ashamed that their beloved city and nation is bedeviled with an epidemic? Or is it all about the money? Because I am pretty sure that the authorities, they know, because this is America. This is the United States of America. the number one policing nation, policing the world. You can't say you don't police your people. You don't have good surveillance on your people. You don't know who is bringing in the drugs, who is distributing it, who is selling it on the street. You can't say you don't know. You are America. You are the United States of the great America. You cannot say you cannot say that your policemen, your sheriffs in the cities, your law enforcement, your DEAs, your CIA, your FBI, all your security apparatus, you can't say that they don't know that you have a drug problem. But because apparently somebody or some set of people are reaping the benefit of capitalism through the sale and spread of drugs, all kinds of drugs, people keep quiet. Your cities are going down. Whole cities are becoming ghost towns. America. Whole cities are becoming ghost towns. Whole cities. America. America. You have a problem. You guys have a problem on your hands. Where is the spirit of, America used to be for some of us, used to be the epitome of patriotism. America, where is your patriotism? Why should dirt, rubbish, bean bags, and all sorts of dirt be on the streets, and you, as a patriotic citizen, you don't do something about it? Now, I don't blame you if you don't do something about it. I don't blame you at all. After all, that is somebody's jobs. Somebody is being paid to clear those dirt off the streets. But as at the time, they have not done their job, or they are not doing their job. Right? And you have other things to do with your time. At least your job is one. You can go to do your job. You can go to do your job. You're probably on your way to work, on your way back from work. So you don't have time. You don't have spare time or extra time to not look at the city. And as I was thinking about this, one of the quotes of one of the famous leaders of America came to my thoughts. Don't think about what America can do for you. Think about what you can do for America. This is a very powerful quote. It has been quoted and re-quoted, extrapolated, condensed, expanded all over the world in different spheres and circles of academic interrogation, for various spheres of academic, communique. People have talked about this, quoted it, used it to inspire people around the world. But can we break it down a bit? Who takes care of who? The mother or the child first? Who takes care of who first? The mother or the child? Let's think about it. As good as the intention is behind that quote, is it true? Is it working for you, America? Don't think about what America can do for you. Think about it's fantastic to inspire the people to do something for the nation. But what is the nation doing for them? What is the nation doing for them? America, you guys have a gun problem. Since you guys have a gun problem, people are being shot on the street. People are being shot in their house. The recent one that has been happening is the level of burglary that has been going on in the United States of America. Like we see videos, so thank God for we see videos on social media. People with hoods and masks come into supermarkets and loot supermarkets in broad daylight, 20, 30 of them. We see these videos. You guys have a problem, America. You have a problem. United States of America, you have a problem. You have a problem. You're not looking any less than my beloved country, Nigeria. You're not looking any less right now. You guys have a problem. You have a gun problem. There are so many guns out there. People can get shot. I can't imagine raising my child in America. I can't imagine it. Really, I can't. Really, I'm scared and worried for American kids, especially those who are not living in, gated communities and posh neighborhoods, where, I'm worried for children who are being raised in the America of today. America, you have a problem. You have a problem. Stop trying to police the world. You have a problem. Fix your problem, America. I'm saying this out of love, out of respect. I don't know who's going to hear this, but share this, spread this message. Let your politicians hear that some unknown dude somewhere in the Middle East, might be somewhere in Nigeria, in Africa, or somewhere anywhere around the world, I don't know where that will be, is telling you that you have a problem. Your sons and daughters are addicted to all sorts of drugs, cocaine, heroin, and the rest of them. And they are going around in broad daylight like zombies, living on the streets. And you are not doing anything about it. You are busy trying to make more money, and that money is not helping your people. That money is not helping your people. America, you have a problem. You have a big problem. You gotta work on your problem, America. You have a gun problem. You have elevated capitalism and money above every other sensible thing that is worth anything in life. You have capitalized on making more money above life. You have capitalized making more money above self-esteem, above respect of man to man, above individual civil rights. You have elevated money above basic human rights. You have relegated every sensible value on which you were built. You have relegated them all to the background. For now, it's all about the money. No wonder there's no cohesiveness among the various communities. America, the diversity destination, the real rainbow nation. South Africa is learning from you guys. The real rainbow nation, where everybody is in their clique and it's us against them and against the world. Maybe the only coexistent part of America is its armed forces that we love and cherish so much. But what is happening in your cities? What is happening with your politicians? What is happening with your mayors? What is happening with your city councilmen? What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? America, arise. Get back to your senses. Get back to your senses, America. Now, listen here, anybody can comment and say things, I'm Nigerian, so you can, say anything. I mean, we know we have our problems, but it's for the people who are pointing fingers at us and telling us we have a problem, but you are forgetting your own problem is way bigger, considering the fact that you are over 200 years old, more than 200 years old as an independent nation. And then you go around the world telling people what they should do while your backyard is on fire. America, fix yourself. I think I've exhausted a lot of the things I want to say, even though I have so much more that I want to say. Arise, councilmen, senators, state governors, mayors. Arise and fix your hood, fix your cities, fix it. Because America used to be the pride of the world. It used to be that people who associate with you associate with you. But right now, we're not even going to begin to look at your foreign policy and how it's really messed up, and all the lies that go around. You talk about it. I'm just quoting things that are out there. Let's just even talk about basic humanity, basic human rights. Being able to have your people in peace, in sanity, in oneness. Being able to deal with the problems and the issues you have. Being able to deal with the drug proliferation that you have. Being able to deal with the guns proliferation that you have. Being able to deal with your own shit. America. The amount of homeless people, some of them veterans of the American Armed Forces, on the streets. Old people who don't have anybody to look after them because you have elevated a culture of scattered and isolated family system. So that old people who are supposed to be now taken care of by the young ones are out there and nobody's taking care of them. And if they can't afford a care home, they are on the streets. Some of them just die in their homes because nobody's coming to look out for them or take care of them. Now, it doesn't mean that there are no good parts and people who are doing their work right. But what is happening to the rest? Again, America, take care of your people. Care for your people. Create a system that favors your people. Cut down on the excessive need to make more money and take care of your people. I've always heard American politicians talk about insulin. How insulin, we have to make insulin shots available, make insulin shots this, make insulin shots that. And I kept wondering, why is insulin even a topic in political arenas? Why? Because I didn't understand it. Until when I did research and I discovered that insulin is closely related to diabetes and high blood sugar. And insulin is the shot to manage high blood sugar and diabetes. And all of this is coming from processed food and processed sugar. America, why do you allow your people? We're not saying that you should, but why make it easy? Why not you place the value of the life of your people more than income, more than money, more than capitalism? You have so much processed sugar products in your market, so much that your people, now you have an epidemic of people who have a lot of high blood sugar, to the point that insulin shots have become a topic in political circles, a deciding factor on whether someone should be voted for or not. And that insulin shot is somebody's business. So somebody is creating the problem and providing the solution and selling both the problem and the solution. You have a problem. Fix it. Thank you for listening to me. My name is Brian Martins. Have a lovely day.